Okay, what up ladies and gents, it's your favorite Asian robot right here, hopefully your favorite official content creator for the first Descendant. I am still unfortunately sick, but you know, getting better every day, so we're okay on that. You might hear me coughing a little bit, but I hope you guys won't mind. Welcome to the show. Today we are playing the first Descendant. I know I've taken a bit of a break, playing other games and all that kind of stuff, but I'm back here today, and we're going to be talking about the state of TFD. Why is this an important discussion that constantly happens time after time after time? Because the player count continues to drop, and that is unfortunate for all of us. Hello, Rubalicious. I see you're already enjoying my latest song. Thank you very much, by the way. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the show. Give me a second. I'm actually just going to check the battle pass. Oh my god, 43 days. Okay. Let's talk about things today. Let me start by letting people know that I'm live. Okay. Glad to see that you're not asleep yet, by the way. Okay. Hello, Isaac. Welcome among us. Hello, Jamel. Good to see you. The date for the next update, sometime in May. I have no idea when the so-called major update is. 17th May, 22nd May, one of them. It will be the major you-know-what update. Hello, CG. Good to see you. Mark. How have you been, my dear friend? I hope you've been well. Do take care of yourself, because unfortunately, people are always falling sick in this season. Okay, there we go. Well, I appreciate that, Ruby. Well, the dynamic motion update should be on the 22nd. I believe that's what they're talking about it. Season 3 must be an overhaul. We can always hope for that. Fingers crossed, yeah? That's okay, CG. I completely understand. I've been very, very busy working on a lot of things myself. And it's also been hard to keep up with TFD, but I just don't want to abandon this community. I mean, Joe today dropped 200 bucks on me just to keep the dream alive, and I'm like, this is why I can never abandon this community, because all the people here are just good people. You know, so take your time, CG. I completely understand. You know, it's very understandable. Hey, Shrey. Okay, the poll has been set up. Let's see where the people's heads are at. No, I didn't, unfortunately. I don't know why. I truly was unable to rest properly. Hey, Lewis. How's it going? some reason, YouTube chat will not let me start a goal. It's weird, as I always do. But how are you today, Lewis? But yeah, although I didn't nap today, it's fine. If I start yawning, it's okay. It's TFD. People can watch me even if I fall asleep here, so it's fine. Oh, okay. YouTube now has certain restrictions on goals. Huh, that's interesting. Okay, I managed to not break the thing. Well, you can go ahead and do that if you want to, CG. I'm not going to stop you. Okay. Well, do try and avoid the rain. Well, yes, that's why I'm surprised anyone is even so-called playing actively, but that's okay. I'm just here to see what the people say. I'm here to hear the voice of the public.
Magisters are probably humanity's real hope, don't you think?
To be frank, I don't think any of us have anything much to do. But we may as well do what we can, yeah? So on a personal note, let's go and see some shenanigans. Quarantine zone at unknown laboratory, huh? Tis been a while. Why don't I make this a little fun? Well, just choose the I am playing less option. That should be set. Well, there you go. Playing actively would mean like all day, every day, pretty much. So only people who are really doing that would fit into that category. By the way, don't forget to like the stream and share the stream, yeah? Hello, Buckeye boy.
Eliminating.
Well, okay. Congratulations on giving money to the game, Ben. That's for carb. Exiled Fried, that's completely fine. I genuinely don't mind as long as you're watching my streams. That's what's most important. Nice. Please enjoy. I'm waiting for mine to be safe from blowing up first because Singapore's weather is too hot.
This is going to...
So I'm still gonna wait.
Damn it, no.
give up. Take this.
Well, I can certainly say I don't feel as much urge to play as well. But I still do. Mostly because the community here is, like I said, awesome. So, for me, it's mostly that I'm just here for the community rather than anything else. Like, that's what I'm really here for. Just for the people. In the meantime, I've been experiencing other games, enjoying myself, so even if my viewership is not as much, I am enjoying those other games. If they're really gonna overhaul Season 3, and I hope that they do, then they better make it damn good.
You can't escape.
Well, okay, CG did it. I guess I'm gonna go do the purchase. Well, a promise is a promise. Let's go. Okay, I guess I can close the goal for today. You play TFB? Sure. Let's add CG to the list. Well, who am I to disagree? I'll have to grab this, but okay. This will take me a second. Okay. What's up, Mike? Okay, let's see. Where is it? My promise has been fulfilled. Thank you, CG. It has been a pleasure. I think so. But, oh, maybe that's what they're teasing on their thing. I see. As an extra, I'll just grab these. Because the spawns are pretty cool. Well, true. I have not purchased a new one for a long time, but only because, again, I am not 100% keen on what the devs have to offer yet. But we'll see. Hopefully, they can impress me with what they have coming up. As long as profits go up, I don't mind. But if profits don't go up, then, well, we shall have to see. Like I said, though, I am not keen on abandoning the community, so I have no desire to do that. Nah. Almond. Or should I just make her vampy? Oh yeah, okay. She's a Gyaru. Okay, well, I will be wearing these outfits for a week now. Thank you, CG, as always, my friend. Goal cleared in one shot. I always appreciate you and your support, my friend. Because that's what the battle pass says, Wan Young. What do you mean, how come 43 days left? New season doesn't start on 22nd May. Also, behave today. I would very much hate to throw you out. I don't think they're gonna take it away, and even if it is a glitch, the error would be on their end, CG, so nothing much we can do. I'd say don't worry about it. I think the devs have other problems to fix. A few of my people have been mentioning to me that they've been having disconnection issues, which is really odd. Because I promised them I'd test today, but I'm definitely not having any disconnection issues, so... What platform are you on, Rubelicious, if you don't mind me asking? No worries, my friend. Thank you for keeping the stream on. What platform are you on, Ballistic? I believe you're on Xbox, right? Xbox, huh? Fair enough.
run away. Ha! Take this.
I love it when it does that. That little chain explosion. It's so beautiful.
Eliminating. This is going to sting a little. Give up.
Don't forget to register as a supporter, by the way. As per what Nightbot says in chat, always renew your supportership.
This is going to hurt. Boom. Ha! Begin tracking. Ha! Give up. Ha! Boom. Ha! Oh. Ha!
I think that is what a lot of people want. Hey, hey, mystical one, how are you? How are you, my dear? I thought you were going to rest. You've had quite a busy time. One second, gotta deal with the troll. Yeah, check my updated Freyna build. The sound kicks off with the voice lines? Interesting. And sorry to hear about your disconnects, Bri, man. But anyway, sorry about that, guys. I had to handle a quick troll, but this guy apparently claimed that I deleted his comment on my video. And if that reggae guy, by the way, just so everybody knows, right? I can actually see every single comment that you guys have made on my channel. This guy's made several comments on my channel, and then decided to say, oh, you know, you just deleted my comment. This is how you handle uncomfortable truth. I was like, what are you even talking about, dude? So, I don't know. The trolls have been increasing lately, which, like, earlier in the stream, I said I really like this community, and I do. I really do. But there also seems to be a huge prevalence of trolls lately. Now, maybe they're just not happy with the fact that I'm the last remaining creator of TFD. Maybe, you know, they have others that they favor, but it's been a bit disappointing lately to see that people are very, very much against me. It makes me feel like, you know, I don't want to actually stream the game, which is really weird. But yeah, that being said, I hope that they find peace in their hearts. Hey, Austin. Because I'm gonna be here whether they like it or not anyway. However, just do take note that I can actually, as the owner of the channel, view every single comment you've ever made, so if anyone does bullshit, well, let's just say it's not gonna end well for you. The season's alright, but I think most of the veteran players, they left because there was nothing much for them to do. But if you took a year's break, well, Kane, the game hasn't even been out for a year, so I think what you mean is that you haven't played since season 0. So I don't think it's a year's break, but whatever the case is, welcome back, please enjoy. All the builds you need are on this channel and only on this channel. Since the other people want to push back so strongly against me, I will push back even further against them. I used to stay away from saying that, but nowadays I'm just going to say it straight. This is the only place that you will ever find anything you need. Anywhere else, well, you're just going to get bullshit. But your choice. Welcome to the last standing refuge of TFD players. Of course, Jamel, I know. Very used to it. But for those that do not know, please always check my videos because I always release updated videos.
Keep trying.
I think it's definitely that they're more concentrated ballistic because those who would have previously gone elsewhere are now all focused on literally the last stand. The last standing bastion. Which amuses me a lot, but it is how it is. But I will stay strong because I literally don't care what these people do. I'm here for my people and my community. So if they want to talk nonsense, I will just, you know, talk nonsense back because it's so easy. But yes, please be aware, the channel owners can see all your activity and everything that you do, so... So if you lie... Not at all, Styre, but then again, I don't care.
There's no getting away. Give up.
People get what they give, so unfortunately, if that's the energy that they bring, then that's what they get in return.
This is awesome,
Sounds good. Enjoy your Cyberpunk, Rengo. Springer, you still play daily? What's my loop? I don't have a loop. I just play because, honestly, if people just want me to, you know, play, or if people just want me to do stuff, then I'm here. Like I said, I'm mostly just here for the community. I have nothing to do this season, and I have nothing that I want to achieve this season. I'm not usually a leaderboard chaser, so I just relax and do whatever I want to do. No problem, yes, sir. Oh, forgot about this one creature here. There you go.
This is where it ends.
And Burbuja, if you don't know the situation, don't worry. Hey, HB. Yeah, I mean, I haven't streamed it in a couple of days, so I figure I should at least touch base with the community. Like I always do.
Begin tracking.
Well, Kirito, as long as you're using an Asian robot build, of course, every character is worth building. Unless I don't have an updated build for that character, then in that case you may as well wait. But you don't even have to worry about the end dude, because look, just toss your first skill, and again, I'm still using Time of the Hunting Hounds because it's so easy to operate. All you really have to do is spam your 1 and 2. Now, if you get frozen, you might die, but that's okay. That happens occasionally. But again, this is natural for all characters. Since the enemies freeze, there's no way to counteract it unless you want to put anti-freeze on. But anti-freeze is kind of pointless, so I don't usually mind it. Very rare that it happens anyway, so most runs are just gonna be a breeze. Once you build up plasma, though, like literally once you build up any form of plasma, then the entire run just turns into shoot this and you win. It's literally just pressing the I win button. As long as you've got my build, so you're fine. I mean, you've got somebody else's build, I can't speak for you. But if you've got a real build like mine, then there you go. Because an S will just finish off everything like that. So what's there to worry about? See? Now, if there's one creature left, you are probably going to have to come back and shoot him. Occasionally, you might miss one. Because sometimes they'll hang out in a corner like that. There we go. And the shock might miss him. But otherwise, Ines pretty much still just goes through everything. Well, Burbuja, I think my good pal Mystic Dove has actually experienced that. She was telling me about it just recently, so yeah. I believe she also mentioned it was on the PlayStation 5. Of course, Kirito, all the updated builds are on my channel. Look at the video that says Ines after the nerf. As soon as the Ines nerf happened, I already put out my updated video. And I already explained everything you need. This is why you need to turn notifications on for my channel. How do you do that? You hit the bell button, and then from the bell button, instead of personalize, you set it to all. Alright? Real followers of the robot never miss builds. So how do you know that you're a real follower? You don't ever ask me, do you have an updated build? You would already know. This is Ines, James. She's an electric descendant and the only descendant to actively have been nerfed by the devs. However, even after her nerf, as long as you're using an Asian robot build, you will be fine. The key is knowing how to use an Asian robot build. As long as you follow the build, you'll be alright. Fail to follow the build, and there's nobody on this world that can help you. Well, the community was in an uproar over the Ines nerf, and I still understand why. Just to explain their situation, a lot of them bought and invested in this character, and her power was just stripped away unilaterally without any refunds or any provisions being made for those people that had invested in her. So of course they were angry. That being said, a lot of them also were not true followers of robot builds, because if you're a true follower of the robot build, you would have known that I would have given you something straight after the nerf. And if she was really bad after the nerf, I would have made that judgment as well. But I literally told people she can still operate. So yeah. If you just started the game, Kirito, good, but you need to watch all my videos. A lot of people think I'm kidding. Like, why would I have to watch all his 300 videos? You really want to do well at this game? You watch those 300 videos. I'm telling you now. That's how you get good. That's how so many people get good. They fully follow the robot pathway. They shut out all the other nonsense. And you just wait and see. They'll be doing the exact same things that I'm doing. Easy peasy. I firmly believe, Springer, that most of them were not following robot builds. The Enlightened Mage 2-piece is not at all OP. In fact, the Enlightened Mage 2-piece is actually pretty bad because, I'll tell you this right now, it does increase damage a little bit, but for most builds it's not significant, and the stats on it are pretty garbo. So if I'm gonna use Enlightened Mage, like just the 2-piece for a mini booster, I may as well go 4-piece Slayer. Like, I'm just gonna be frank with you about that. I would just go 4-piece Slayer and get a much bigger multiplicative boost. So honestly, Barbuja, I don't like to use the word OP. And if anyone says something is OP, I'm going to shut them down straight away because that's bullshit. Not trying to be rude here, but I'm just trying to tell you that's bullshit. It's literally a 5% skill power boost, which is absolutely nothing in comparison to Slayer Set's boost. And you're still getting really bad stats. Then use the word, it's decent. Don't use the word OP, man. You throw around the word OP, this is fuel for trolls. Do you understand this, Barbuja? Do you know why Ines got nerfed in the first place? Because all the morons kept saying, she's OP, she's OP. Guys, and I will tell you this especially, Barbuja, because you've done this before. Alright, I'm not trying to be angry at you, not trying to give you a lecture, but I really, really hate people that say OP this, OP that. Like, what makes you think it's OP? Do you want to see what's really OP? Well, I could go full on OP if you want. But you know that I don't do that. I make builds that work for everybody. HP and defense, you only need HP, Barbuja. Anything that gives you anything other than HP is subpar. It's considered inefficient. Because defense, I mean, I'm sure you know about the video, but if you haven't seen the video on defense versus hit points, then you better go back and watch that old video. It's been known since Season 0 why defense doesn't matter, which is why don't use the word OP. If you use the word OP, then you better be killing something in like 3 seconds. Like, you better be able to finish an entire run in 3 seconds. Otherwise, it's not considered OP. And I am sick of people using the word OP. Don't use it unless you want to see something that is unless you can actually show me something that is so insanely overpowered that no other character can do that. And that's fine, Barbuja. I'm okay with you doing that. Like I said, do you understand what I'm saying? Do not say the word OP and don't ever do it again. Am I clear? If I'm not clear here, Barbuja, I will throw you out of my stream. Because the thing I hate most is people that use the wrong terminology and create very, very bad discussions. Hey, Doc. Don't forget what happened and what cost us players was people randomly screaming the word OP. So never do it. That I can actually agree with, Carol. Yes, fair enough.
My shield.
Sully, I will not right now. And for the other dude on TikTok, there you go. Insta ban. Well, Unity Gamer, just follow my Ultimate Valby build. It's already on the channel. No problem, Neo Conquer. You know it's what I do. I only present the best for you guys.
Don't you dare run away.
But Unity Gamer, if you only just started playing the game, I'm gonna give you some advice. Please go for Ultimate Bunny first. I know a lot of people just want to play the characters they want to play, but you're gonna have a really, really tough time doing that. So I'm actually gonna tell you this right now. It is very, very important that you first get Ultimate Bunny. Because Ultimate Bunny is the ideal character for farming. Mystic Dove is always using my builds. She's a loyal and faithful soldier. Ain't that right, Mystic? Much like Star, she will obey the words of her commander. To a degree. As long as the orders are sensible. But most of the time my orders are sensible. To be honest, Ark, I have zero interest and zero excitement for it. Because I'll tell you this right now, they just better do a damn good job. I don't put a high cooldown on it, to be fair. Bunny is one of the ones that I didn't focus on cooldown because I feel that it's better that players just learn the grapple technique with her. So I didn't focus on cooldown at all. I just focused on maximizing the damage of lightning emission, and that's that. There you go. Like I said, Mystic Dove is eternally loyal. But you can just check my updated Bunny build. It should have the information you need, Austin. Here's a thumb, Neo Conquer. I mean, it's no secret where I'm from anyway. Well, Sully, most people are using my builds because, of course, it just rips. Just check the Ines after the nerf in case you want to see the one adjustment that I made to arcade tuning. But other than that, as long as you're following the build, no problem. Easy. I'm literally just here farming the red vouchers. That's all I'm doing. I think my cooldown is like something like 20 seconds or something like that. I genuinely did not put as much of a focus on it. I can check for you after this if you want.
Take this.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with off-meta builds. Go ahead.
Don't you dare run away.
Mystic is right.
Begin tracking.
Well, I mean, I can just run bunny. It doesn't bother me at all. But yeah, Mystic should be correct. Colossus Killer. Serena is all you need. Until they eventually nerf Serena, which apparently they're walking back or whatever. Until they nerf Serena, there's literally no need to use any Colossus Killer other than Serena. I mean, you can literally fly into battle and just shoot anything to death in one shot, effectively. So, a bit hard to keep up with, you know, to compete with that.
This is going to sting.
You can always do your own builds, guys. Just remember that, again, I always answer in context. Nothing will be more efficient than a robot build, but you can always play whatever you want. Off-meta build is anything that's not a robot build. Basically, it's a build where the user just tailors it to their own desires without considering maximum efficiency. Do I want a Serena nerf? Not really. Do I feel she's OP? Yes, but do I want her to be nerfed? Not at all, because I feel that if she gets nerfed, player base is going to drop again. However, if you want to talk fun, you can just use Kyle to headbutt most Descendants to death. No problem, Jamil. Alright. And as promised, I will wear the schoolgirl outfit. Okay, the corn suit shall now be changed to schoolgirl. Back attachment, angel wings, makeup, I'll leave it be as per normal. And spawn, Bunny looks like she's in the newspaper club, so there we go. That works well enough for her. Well, I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see, Siddharth. There's no right or wrong answer, but let me just check for you real quick. Electric Condense has, yeah, 20-second cooldown. Which is fine. I'm also running this just to boost that one. Oh, I can't remember. Did I want Enlightened Mage here? Theoretically, I could for more overall. For Bunny, it should be possible, actually. Just to give her a mini booster. Oh, but Bunny already has power increase, doesn't she? So she doesn't really need the extra multiplier. Fair. Fair. I mean, you can make your own if you want, but you'll literally end up doing the same thing that I do, because the thing about efficient builds is that they're efficient for a reason. It will just basically be, this is what is the most efficient. You get what I mean? No, you should search the library, Kane. So have you watched my video on how to find and farm everything in the game? You just need to go to the library, find out where the module drops, and most of the time, you want to get modules from combining. Combining is the easiest way to get one copy of every module in the game. So yeah, module combining, that's the best thing to do. They've added a lot of content, but I don't know when you stopped, Hollower. If you stopped in Season 0 or Season 1, yeah, there's been a lot that's been added. Yeah, see, for me, there's no need to do that, Austin, so... My main goal was just barrel through. So that's why it's not necessary, because with her lightning emission alone, Bunny can just, you know, fly over everybody. So the only time to even use it is on an elite, but sometimes because you have to run back, you just kill him anyway, so. Well, the thing is, Barbuja, it doesn't matter if the game is stale, doesn't matter if you're queuing in a team, you can form your own teams. This is what I don't get. People complain about things that happen in public matchmaking, but why not form your own team then? What is stopping you from socializing, Barbuja? This is why I disagree a lot when the community says, oh, we should nerf this, we should nerf that. I say, look, why do you want to nerf when you don't spend the time to, like you see, before I even use electric condense, they're all dead already. But why don't you spend the time meeting people and crafting a special team? Why don't you create a team that says, okay, let's go fight every single Colossus, only VSR runs. You can create your own custom games and your own custom things, you know. So if the community doesn't want to do that, it's really not the dev's fault. Because public means that everybody's going to play the way they want. And if people want to do in public, then they want to play Serena, then that's on them. Doesn't mean the game is stale, it just means that the players themselves are not putting in the effort. Sorry, but that's the harsh truth.
No chance.
Most of the time that people complain, I always ask the question, why didn't you just literally say, hey, why don't we create a custom team, custom game mode, and we can, you know, have some fun with that? If you want to, Jamel, you can, but it's not a necessity. You can choose to keep the normal Descendants, or you can choose not to keep them. It's genuinely your choice. If you spend on the Descendant slots, you can keep them all. Like me, I kept a Descendant slot for every single one. Yes, Kelvin, we are aware of that issue, but I don't know when the devs will fix it. I mean, you can tell me, but I'm not the one that fixes it. I'm just a YouTuber. So make sure you guys tell them that in the official Discord, and they'll fix it eventually. Again. Fair enough, Craig. But you're right. No problem, James. A lot of the gamers here are older, actually. And Kane, don't worry. You'll be able to defeat hard intercepts in one shot eventually once you follow my builds. Trust me, as long as you follow the builds, you're all good. But yeah, Bunny and Ines, I'm pretty sure Ines is still faster. Especially if you're running a robot build. As far as I can tell, Ines is still way faster. Yeah, a lot of the crowd is older, so don't sweat it too much, Jamel. We genuinely have a lot of older folks here, so it's not a problem at all. I mean, technically I count as the older category too. Although I've
No chance.
create a custom game. Like you can do that with a private party, you know? Tell your friends or just recruit people that just want to have fun. That's completely fine. And Mr. Jason, please take note, this is a TFD stream. If you want to talk about GTA 6, can you please go find a GTA 6 stream? Alright, if you do not want to focus on the game that the streamer is playing or engage in a meaningful discussion about this game, then might I suggest you, you know, get out of here? I would hate to have to escort you off the premises, but I will do so without hesitation. And that's fair enough, Burbuja, but that's exactly why you can't just use that perspective, because while you feel that way, others don't. So why should you believe in nerfs when the nerfs already proven hurt the game? You see? The community is divided for the very reason that people are going on feelings instead of logic. Do I keep cutting out? Is anyone else having issues with me cutting in and out? If anyone else is having sound issues, please let me know right away. Alright? I will happily adjust things. It seems to look fine on my end. Stream health seems okay. But is anyone else experiencing issues with my sound? My sound cuts in and out. Okay. And Dwight, oh my god. Okay, that person is going to be absolutely banned straight away. Well, that's disgusting. It's not my sound, it's the stream, but the stream sound is fine. So it could be YouTube. Yeah, it could be YouTube. Because on my end everything's okay. All right, we'll do it one more time. Okay, let me go into the match one more time and let me know if there's any problems. If there's buffering issues, please always speak up about it. All right, the second you speak up about it, the quicker it'll help. Okay, it's buffering right now. The issue is entirely on YouTube's end. I have just confirmed it, yeah. Okay, anyone who is encountering a buffering issue, just refresh. No problem, Silence Mute. Thank you for enjoying my content. Okay, I can see that because the viewership is dipping, but stream health is fine, so it's YouTube itself that's having the problem. Anyone with buffering issues, just refresh. Yeah, it's entirely YouTube's end because my connection is perfectly sweet. So I can see whether or not there's any issues on my end, and the transfer of data is perfect, so we're all good on that. Yep. Who got banned? a troll. But yeah, no, it's definitely YouTube. YouTube occasionally does that, but let's run it. Let's run the mission again and ensure that there's no problems. But unfortunately, yes, YouTube does have issues. And I think there was a massive dip just there because I saw the viewership go from like 100 just all the way down to like 70. And now it's picking back up again. YouTube does that from time to time. I don't know why. So yeah, if you guys encounter a buffering issue, just let me know straight away. Most of the time, if you just refresh, it's fine. Oh no, this is one dude who claims that I deleted his comment because he was criticizing my Sharon build, but I really don't do that. Nor do I care because, you know, none of that even matters. But, I mean, look, trolls, they come by, it's fine. It happens. Like we were saying earlier, you know, as the last good streamer of TFD and the only bastion for good information, previously where the trolls would have been spread out amongst a couple of decent streamers, yeah, don't look at that, Duxton, it's just a troll. So, don't worry, it'll go away. Yeah, just ignore it. Mods and me are handling it. See you later, Dragon Killer. No, I didn't do that, Bryman. Like I said, just so you know, as the channel owner, I can literally see every single thing that people post. Of course it is, Unity Gamer. It's been out for weeks, man. Make sure you're always following my updated builds on my channel. Every single build that I use actively is on my channel. If it's not, I'll usually tell you. But yeah, like I said, the trolls are just gonna keep coming, and it's normal. Because they've got nowhere else to go. All the other streamers stopped streaming. So I'm the last one left. It also probably doesn't help that, you know, I'm the greatest human being alive, super handsome. All the ladies love me, so life is rough for those trolls. But that's okay. Because if their miserable life is making YouTube accounts just to get them banned within 1 second, then hey, bring it on. And plus, Rena likes to exercise his finger muscles from time to time. You know? Gotta give him something to do. Well, Unity Gamer, I will just tell you right now, you have found the only place you'll ever need. You'll find out for yourself eventually, but most people just stop wasting their time and just come here. Any build you need is on this channel. All you gotta do is follow. That's all you gotta do. Hey, Leroy. Thanks for the heart, Don. And for all the ladies in chat, thank you for your support. Keep supporting the world's most handsome man, okay? Let's keep making the trolls even more pissed off that they're living in their parents' basement. Whee! The dog is just extra. The dog is to help you pick up items. But arcade tuning is very important, yes. You really want to maximize your damage, you're going to need arcade tuning. But that's something you'll get later on. First, start with a good reactor. Then get some decent external components. Alright. After you get some decent external components, now you don't exactly need the same ones I have in my video. Alright, you can just make do. As long as your external components have the right stats, HP being the most important. But the modules and reactor is the first and most important thing. After that, start working on getting a semi-decent weapon. Then while you're working on your weapon, you can also level up arcade tuning in the Sigma sector. That's how you do it here, Unity Gamer. So the step-by-step process is very, very simple. Well, thanks, 3D artists, but I think I asked that a while back, so make sure that you're watching the stream at the current time, not at a later time, yeah? Because sometimes people forget that due to ad interruptions and things like that, they end up watching the stream back. Like, they'll be behind by a couple of minutes, so just be careful of that. Enjoy, HP Notebook. Enjoy your food. Oh, sorry. Enjoy your work. I thought you said you were gonna eat and sleep. Lol.
New subscriber detected.
Welcome, new subscriber. Oh, it's Neo Conquer. How the heck have you not subscribed to me until now? Lol. But sure, thank you regardless. Appreciate it. That is true. If you just do the dailies in Sigma sector, it's a lot easier. But Unity Gamer, one thing which I'll say is that this is nothing against Burbuja, but you may not also want to blindly follow the information in chat, because sometimes chat is just giving their opinion on one particular thing. If you're new, it's best to consult the streamer directly. Again, what Burbuja said is correct, but arcade tuning is not just for range. Arcade tuning actually drastically affects your damage, so it's very, very important for most characters. There are other benefits to it, but yeah, this is a more complete perspective on that. So never just blindly listen to what my chat says. Alright, the only time you should blindly listen to what my chat says is if they are a very high level channel member, in which case you will usually know them quite well, because I address them in a very familiar manner. So certain people are practically my disciples. They know pretty much inside out everything that I do with my builds. Those people can be listened to without a second thought. So Austin and the rest usually know what's up. But yeah, if you're new here, just observe for a bit, and if some people in my chat say something, just in case they're not one of our like super high level members, you might wanna, you know, take what they say with a pinch of salt. So just do consider that. And yes, Jason, there you go. I mean, you can keep making accounts as much as you like to try and troll my stream. But, you know, if things that I was saying were untrue, you guys wouldn't be so hard-pressed to talk about it all the time, and yet you do. Interesting how that is, right? I also probably wouldn't have an audience, but it seems you guys are really worried about me for some reason. Anyway, you're welcome. I will continue to live with a stick up my butt. So, go on ahead, buddy. You can keep going. And there's your account ban. Bye! Yes, the max level is 40, but levels don't really matter here. The only level that matters is your Descendant level. And the only reason the Descendant level matters is because the Descendant level directly impacts your defensive stats, such as your hit points, defense, things like that. So that is all affected by your level, but weapon level doesn't actually affect the weapon's damage. So weapon level is strictly to gain mastery the first time, and after that, it's just so that you can hit 40 and catalyze the weapon again. Catalyze means to put a particular type of socket into the weapon, therefore resetting it back to level 1. You have to keep doing that several times until your build is maximized. And that's how the game works in a nutshell. No, there's no such thing as a level cap increase, and even if they were to increase the level cap, it wouldn't be your Descendant level. They might increase the arcade tuning level, but nothing else. I don't know if that's what's going to happen next, but there's been no official information, Kane. So, did you hear it from a dev? Or did you hear it from some random creator out there who may not be an official creator? Or did you hear it on Reddit? You see, if you heard it on any of these places, it might not be trustworthy information. What I usually do, Kane, is I wait until the devs actually have an update, and then when they publish the patch notes, that's when I communicate the information to you guys. All right? I don't know if they ever post anything beforehand. Sometimes it's in the dev Q&A. Sometimes it's in their live streams. But you have to understand that these kinds of things, you know, sometimes they don't come to fruition. All right? Sometimes they may delay things for several reasons or for several updates. You never know. Hello, Disciple. On TikTok. Lol. Guy with an actual name, Disciple. Do I get haters often? I mean, you're here. You're here pretty often, Burbuja. You tell me. You watch me often enough. If you heard it from friends, that is the #1, like, no offense intended, but that is the #1 most unreliable source in the world. Yep, we are talking strictly about mastery level. Weapon levels are completely separate. Hey, Arcane. I am unsure about that, Lewis. Genuinely, I am not sure if they would do that. I think it would be a very foolish move on their part if they ever did that. But on a personal note, who knows? They might just do that. That being said, their player numbers are kind of in the toilet, and they show no sign of, you know, being flushed down the bowl. So who knows? Maybe if the situation carries on and continues to remain as is, they might have to adjust that. The season feels long, but you see, this is where a lot of people are incorrect. Again, no offense intended when I say this, but I feel like a lot of people, they don't seem to quite get that this seasonal length is very normal for several other games out there. So I don't know why everyone sort of homes in on TFD and says seasons are long when they really aren't at all. You know, they're not long at all. They're honestly pretty normal. This is the original Gyaru hair that they gave her, but she looks like even more Gyaru if we use this. I'm doing good, Kakashi. Can't really complain. A bit too cyberpunk to fit with the Gyaru vibes. This is even more Gyaru. Class president. Looks like she's out of an anime. Okay, Gyaru vibes it is. Well, Kakashi, that does suck. I hope you get your car fixed. Devil for sure. Ugh. Yep. It is indeed, Kane. Unfortunately, it was also taken, you know, it was also taken pretty negatively. Well, Styre, you can go check out my videos that I did on it, and lots of people already explained why we lost most of the player base. It's nothing to do with seasonal length. It's to do with the fact that they made a lot of bad changes, no real content, and no focus on story. They kept doing silly changes like balancing instead of real meaty changes that people wanted. I.e., people have been wanting this girl to come out of the tube ever since the first bit of the story. So that literally should have been the next update, but oh well.
New subscriber detected.
How did I get good at math? I studied. Studying psychology is very different from studying math. Different brain set. Which you should already know if you do study psychology, good sir. And Lighthouse Wash, they will never add that. I mean, you're welcome to believe that they will, but everybody is against PvP, so just take note. No problem, Unity Gamer. Stop in when you can. This is the only place where you will learn anything. So, welcome to the best and only place for your TFD knowledge. I mean, if you played the story, Exile Fried, you should already know about that. Did you not even play the story? Come on, dude. That's a little sad. I mean, I appreciate you watching my streams, but God, that's a little sad. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm not trying to be mean, but if you're bad at math, you better start studying because you're going to need math throughout your life. What are you going to do about taxes? What are you going to do about what if you have to run your own practice in future? I mean, unless you want to work for somebody for your entire life, and even then, what about investments? What are you going to do when you have to look at your bank account and understand what's in there and all your personal accounting, things like that, running a household? This is all important, guys. Math is very necessary, and it's the most necessary thing. I'm not saying you have to understand like full-on trigonometry, but at least learn a bit of calculus. Okay, maybe not even calculus. At least learn a little bit of algebra, all right? And learn your basic order of operations, things like that. And Hollower, don't worry. That's why I don't even allow discussions about PvP on my channel. The second that I allow it, somebody is gonna make some weird comment and then kicks off a whole stupid discussion that we don't want to have. Well, Burbuja, every career needs math. Everything in life needs math. That's why I'm saying you got to be good at basic math. Learn percentages, learn probability. It will help you in life, yes. Ratios, indices, the basics, the basics. But it's true, everything in life requires math, so get good at it. Huh. Lol, that enemy is like invulnerable. You guys see that bugged enemy? Look at him. He can't be shot. Not sure if they'll allow me to progress. Okay, it's at 198, but look. This enemy cannot be killed. Lovely TFD bug right here. Congratulations, new game-breaking bug just dropped. Enemy is invulnerable and cannot be killed. See, this is why players left. Because, despite them trying their best, and I really appreciate what the devs are trying to do, unfortunately, they have failed on every single level. This is exactly why they are not doing well right now. This is exactly why they have a massive problem. This is why players left. It's nothing to do with how hard they worked or what they did or this and that and the other. You know, people can praise them to the nines. You know, the fanboys can say, I love TFD, best game ever, you know, everything good. But Claire Obscure, with a smaller dev team, is practically going to win Game of the Year. Like, they have kicked every possible ass, and they're a turn-based game. Sure, not everybody loves it, but they are the breakout success of this year. So, these devs have Nexon backing them. And these devs did well earlier in the stream. Kakashi, you can rewind and watch it if you want. But these devs have Nexon backing them, a bigger team, lots more funding, and you're telling me they can't even resolve bugs like that? How are we supposed to have the confidence to progress through our game when even basic bugs like that keep existing? It's a big problem. They focused on stupid things, they focused on the wrong things. I rarely, if ever, talk about other games, but I have to say, Clair Obscura has really impressed me.
Activating stealth.
Bigger numbers, sure. But you're the same guy that says OP this, OP that, though. Do you see where a lot of things don't make sense? I'm not trying to have a go at you, Barbuja, but you're literally the same guy that said, you know, Serena's OP, so this is why you support nerfs, and yet you just want to see bigger numbers, then bruh. Sure, if you missed the bug, rewind the stream and watch what happened. It'll be easier that way.
We've detected signs of life inside a nearby arcade.
Clair Obscure did fantastically well, Arc Smiley, which is why, again, I am disappointed when, you know, this game literally has problems.
Initiating stealth operation.
The filtering options are enough. You should already know what you need, and if you're keeping extra stuff, then that's just because you want to, Dark Gamer. I only keep what I need for my builds, and that's it.
Activating stealth. Initiating stealth.
It's genuinely a fantastic game, Ruby. Truly, truly a good game. But unfortunately, a lot of people do not watch single player.
Descendant.
And even if they do watch, a lot of them are super annoying backseaters, so it's pretty difficult for me to stream single player, but I had some fun streaming it yesterday. It was a good time. I just think that a lot of passion is gone. Well, good, Don. You should always be watching me. 24/7. You should be watching me even when I don't stream this game. And trust me, you'll enjoy it.
Passion Elias, deploying arcade. I am the original.
But you see, Barbuja, that's where it doesn't make sense. You're saying things on one hand, but Serena has the biggest numbers out there. That's the biggest dopamine hit. You know? Can't have the dopamine hit if you're not gonna allow it. Like, we can't just... You know, this is where it gets unfair, you see? Like, so, if... So, you know, Valby doing 1/4 of the Colossus hit points with her ult, sure, but that just means Valby needs a buff. If Valby was doing the same thing, I'm pretty sure people wouldn't be up in arms. It's just that it was the new character, so people felt like, you know, there was power creep. Like, a lot of people gave a lot of excuses. But, yeah. And actually, Song of Justice, it's not the devs focusing on profit.
Oh my.
I will say it once because a lot of people seem to still misunderstand, but Nexon is the publisher. The devs are called Magnum Studios. So Magnum Studios is not the ones that is profit focused, that's Nexon. Because Nexon wants to recoup their investment in the studio full of devs. Nexon's the one paying the salary, you know? So the thing is that with Nexon being their publisher, they have to make profit, which is why they're making these skins. That's how they pay back Nexon. However, they've also had the incorrect focus, which others have mentioned already, and that is correct. Their focus has been incorrect in focusing on balance. You know, basically irrelevant things that should not be worried about. They should have just focused hard on storyline, and not just storyline, but they should have focused on storyline and content. Just keep doing it until you get it. You'll eventually get it. Believe me, Lewis. Sometimes it may take 50 runs. Just go in and keep killing her in 1 second. Should be easy enough. And in the meantime, all the other red Transcendent modules that you get, don't forget that you can combine them, and you'll definitely get it. No problem, Ruby. again, everybody should know this because for most big games, there's a difference between the publisher and the dev team. I'll give you an example.
Descendant. Confirm arrival of
Did you guys know that I'm one of the content creators for Deep Silver? I very rarely play their games, but I am one of the content creators for Deep Silver. Now, Deep Silver makes some great single-player games. Kingdom Come, Deliverance 2, all that kind of stuff. We all love that, right? I'm actually one of their partners. Now, the thing is that Deep Silver is the publisher, but let's take a look at Payday 3, one of the greatest failures of our time. Deep Silver is the publisher, but Starbreeze are the developers, and Payday 3 has never recovered. So when people, they don't blame Deep Silver, they blame Starbreeze. But Starbreeze genuinely was to blame because they offered the Deep Silver partners zero support and they made their game shite. So there you have it. So you always got to know the difference. Yeah, they did Saints Row as well. I played Saints Row back when you guys didn't know me and I had only one viewer. And Saints Row got shut down. So yeah, not really a great track record. However, Dead Island 2 was fun. I started to work with them mostly because of Dead Island 2. No problem, Gypsy Warrior. I'm here to help. Well, as best I can. But yeah, Saints Row is gone, shut down, Volition's gone. Volition is the devs. Deep Silver, publisher. You see? That's how it works. So you gotta always separate the publisher and the dev.
Unseen.
I actually really enjoyed the reboot. It was a lot of fun. But, yeah. It didn't really go very well. Why don't I drop TFD? Styre, listen. Look, I can kind of tell you've been against me, like, right from the get-go. But I'm just gonna say it straight here. Why should I have to drop TFD?
Entering stealth state.
I'm here for my community and my people. The people who are still here to constantly watch my streams. And they always want me to stream, so I'm here to do it for them. Just because I think it's in a bad state doesn't mean I stop streaming it, nor do I give up on it. I comment, I talk, I speak to the people. Because if everybody just sits here, alright, and makes no noise, things will never change. Furthermore, if nothing but the fanboys like yourself who love TFD every day is like, yeah, I love TFD. Well, sure, you can play alone with 4,000 people, but that's not going to make your game great. Alright? TFD gave me a great opportunity, and I met so many good people through TFD. So hell yeah, I'm going to be here, and I'm still going to stream it, but am I going to say that the game's in a bad state? Of course. Am I going to tell everybody that the game is in one of the worst states it's ever been in? Of course. Because that's what you do. You tell the truth. You tell the truth, you explain the situation, and you let people know what's up. That's what I would do. Alright, that's me. Because I think that that's a logical decision. So, if you don't like me, Styre, there's a door. You can leave, or I can throw you out right now. You know, that's literally your choice. But if you just want to hang out here and hate watch me, then that's on you, man. Okay? That's on you. It was definitely a very toned down Song for Justice. It was still fun, but very toned down. And unfortunately, I think that's why it failed. I would never lie to my audience, Neoconquer. That's why, like, I think fanboys are the worst human beings on the planet. I don't like them. Because people who think that everything is great, everything is fun, everything is awesome, like, good, but you're gonna kill your own game. There's a Chinese saying, you know? There's a Chinese saying where if you scold somebody, it's because you care about them. That's why I speak the truth about this game, because I do care about it. I think the devs are doing a bad job right now, but there are reasons for it. My community does stay with me. Not all of them, that's for sure. But it also doesn't mean that you give up, Styre. And look, let's be honest, there'll always be people that don't follow you because they only have an interest in TFD, and that's fine. I'm still here for the community.
Activating.
But again, I will question you why are you here, Styre? Because I can, look, I'll be straight with you. I can see that you don't like me. So why are you here and why are you still watching me? If you cannot give me a valid answer, I'll just throw you out. Okay? So you've got about 1 minute right now to give me a valid answer for why you're sitting here in my stream right now when you clearly don't like me. Don't try to give an excuse because I can tell if you're lying. Your choice, though. You've got a minute. Dead Island 2 is a lot of fun, Song for Justice. I wish I'd known a lot of you guys back then when I was a partner for Deep Silver, because I think it would have been a lot of fun. I think you guys would have enjoyed my playthrough of it too. I had a lot of fun being I played as Carla, who also had the same voice actress as Sombra, and it was a big fun time. But I didn't know most of you guys back then, so yeah, I didn't have much of an audience for it. And Mystic, thank you for always being a real supporter. Hello, Sleepy Luna. Thank you for following me on TikTok. Welcome to my stream. And Gypsy, you know that I'll always be honest. That's what I'm here to do. Unlike all the other garbage tier people, I am here to do only one thing. Be honest and tell you the truth. It's okay. You found me when you needed to find me, Arcane. And hopefully, if they do finally come back to me, we shall be slaying heretics again. I'm glad you like it, Gypsy Warrior. It's only gonna get better. Trust me, you guys want to see some of the crap that I've come up with recently. It's just been getting better and better. You know, the music's just getting better and better day by day. I'll play y'all a preview in a little while.
Hound actual to HQ.
Oh, nice. Bruno's fun too.
Requesting transport support.
It's okay, Gypsy Warrior. Everybody's got their lives, you know. So I understand that not everybody can make it all the time. But yeah, fingers crossed, Arcane. I'm just hoping that they respond positively. I mean, they've already told me what they want, but fingers crossed that they can come to an agreement with me. It'd be nice. Anyway, since Styre couldn't answer, I'm just gonna toss him out of my stream so he doesn't come back. Nyeh. I gave him 1 minute. He couldn't respond, so there he goes. Anyway, thanks, Mystic, for putting up all my links.
Descendant.
Appreciate you, girl.
Confirm arrival at the
And thank you for subbing to my YouTube,
Proceed
Sleepy
with
Luna.
caution. Large-scale
Not in their official
confirmed.
Discord.
Descendant.
Yeah, it is Ultimate
Stop
Sharon.
the
I'm
enemy
just messing
through
around for a bit.
deployment.
But have they said anything new in the announcements? Nada. You never know. I mean, I'm not going to judge whether he has or hasn't played the game, but look, people think that you can't tell tone in text, but you really can. And I know that when a person's questioning me a lot, like he started out by saying, that's a harsh take. I know he was talking about me and what I say about me being the only creator, the only one that's worth watching, blah, 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 blah. So maybe he's an aspiring creator. Maybe he's somebody that, you know, is a fan of a different creator. That's fine. I don't really care. But at the end of the day, I'll say what I want to say. The public will determine whether it's the truth. And so far, based on my viewership, I'm pretty sure the public knows it's the truth.
Initiating stealth operation. Unsafe. Entering stealth state.
But yeah, either way, it is what it is. I don't really care or mind. It's just part and parcel of the whole thing. I'll try and have a conversation with them, but you know, if when I question them, they run and hide, they duck and run like cowards, then, well, I'll just remove them from the premises.
Unseen.
There's a bar. Everybody's welcome to have a drink, but they need to understand the rules. And besides, for somebody that doesn't like me, you know, like, why are they watching me in the first place? Yeah, same. Like, I'm just chill. But will I ever stop saying that I'm the world's greatest human being and the only one worth watching? Then of course not. Because we all know it's true. There's no lie in that. But of course I'll let people decide for themselves, right? I find it funny though, because they always come back.
Deploying arcade. I am the original
Oh no, I'm 100% self-centered, but at the same time, it's just the truth. I'm only self-centered because other people have told me this. They've always said that my builds have helped them the most, so all right, I take it well, and
Entering stealth state.
I enjoy my so-called self-centeredness to an extent. But again, this kind of so-called rockstar mentality, I don't view it as a negative, because if you're not your own biggest supporter, then how are other people going to support you, you know? So I always think back to, like, I've always watched interviews with really successful people, bands, things like that. They big themselves up the most.
Operation
You know?
completed.
I'll always
Awaiting
remember.
transfer to
Now, I don't really
transport
like
station.
Hollywood Undead
Well
on a
done,
personal
Descendant.
level. As in, I don't like them as people. But even if I don't like somebody as a person, sometimes they give good advice. One of the greatest pieces of advice that Charlie Sheen actually said, he's one of the band members, he said that, you know, you gotta get on stage and think that you're the biggest badass. You know, that's how you become a rock star. That's how you become famous. You know, you have to go on stage thinking, I'm the world's greatest person right now. Everybody's here to see me. Everybody wants me. You know, you gotta go on stage with that mentality, because if you don't, you won't have the confidence to endure the storm that comes after. And that's just me being honest. The build, Maurice, is on my channel. Updated Sharon build. I uploaded the video. You gotta keep my notifications on. I do personalize my community a lot because I view my community as people. I get to know a lot of people in my community, like Mystic Dove and Rubelicious and several others. I've talked to them a lot. Like, you know, Arcane, me and Star, we all know literally all of each other's like names, you know, birthdays, where we live, things like that. So yeah, I do get to know a lot of people in my community. Sure, there is a bit of a divide between those that are top tier members who get into my inner circle and those that aren't, but even so, I still do like to personalize with my community. So you're right about that. See you later, Neo Conquer. Oh, I did promise I would also show you guys some of the music. Hey, you want to hear what my AI can do? I learned some new stuff today. Now, I'm not going to reveal who, but I gave some previews out to people, and the reviews were pretty darn good. So for those that are interested in my music, you know, Mystic put up the links earlier. I'm very, very grateful to her, as always. But let me hit y'all with a preview of my music, all right? This is my music right here, ladies and gents. For anyone that has not heard it yet, okay? I'm going to put up the links myself right now, but, you know, you will want to hear this stuff. Okay. Secret preview for you guys. You guys are going to love it.
It's really not fair. I gave you my all. I wonder if you even saw how much you meant to me, but you're not in here. I'm sorry. I wish that I could have been better. I know I have issues with temper, I promise you that I'm getting better. It's just so much easier when we're together. You make me so happy and that's really rare. I've looked for it everywhere, I swear. And I know you're afraid, but so am I, so don't cry. 'Cause you're not here. You're not here. I need you near, but you're not here. Now I stay up till 5 a.m. thinking about you, like, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna do it without you? And if you hear this, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened to me. You left and you took the best parts of me. I don't know if you meant to, but that's what you did. I'm only a kid, but I just lost everything. The person I loved, my job, my friends, all at the same time. And I know it's my fault. I just wish that I could have seen it all coming. I just wish that I could have seen it all coming.
most of my songs are very sad, so they will hit home. So I apologize if they wound your soul, but yes, all of my music is always sad. That's the way I write. This one's not out yet. It's just a preview. It was a sample I was working on today, and I heard it, and for the first time, I managed to make my AI rap well. So I was like, okay, I gotta share this sample with a couple of people. So I shared it with a couple of people, which said, you know, would you think this? And they told me it sounded good. So I was like, okay. I figured, you know, when I get the chance, I'm gonna play a little preview. Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna be good. It's definitely gonna be good. Yeah, no, this one is really awesome. But yep, it's definitely one of the awesome ones. I mean, for now though, I hope you guys will enjoy Trigger Warnings, which is the current EP that I'm working on. That's the one with the female vocalist. So please do enjoy that. Glad you did, Sleepy Luna. I make good music. I share my links mostly on YouTube, but you can look for me on SoundCloud, Real Asian Robot. You'll find all my music there as it releases. But yeah, for me, my favorite type of music is just, I write anything. For me, I just write the lyrics, but the AI performs the genre, so I could make it do metal, I can make it do whatever, but you know, today as the first time I made it rap, so I was like, okay, this is pretty darn awesome. I can't wait to, you know, show everybody. So yeah. Oh, listen, I got a lot of those coming up, Demetrius, so look forward to it. Look forward to it. No problem, Rubelicious. Please do enjoy. It's some good stuff, man. Like I said, I've got some really good stuff coming. You know? But please do enjoy Trigger Warnings first. Good job, Luna. No, I will not actually share it because I don't want to disclose the kind of like how Mr. Krabs would never showcase the secret formula of the Krabby Patty. I don't want to actually showcase my creative process because it's a bit different to what others may use. And, I would like to keep that completely secret. So no, I'll never show how I make it. All I will tell you is that I use an AI to make it, obviously. I'll write most of the lyrics myself, but I do not wish to disclose the creative process. So I'll be keeping that forever secret. I will, however, maybe in future showcase a massive preview stream. Maybe. Or maybe I will do my own DJ stream where I'm just playing all my own tracks randomly here and there. But creative wise, no. I like to keep my personal process completely secret. Because I have something unique that I do that no other AI producers can do. Well, for now. They may catch on eventually in future, but for me, like I said, it's a little something that I think, at least for now, is exclusive to me. Because I have not really seen anyone else out there do it. So yeah. Well, the reason why... No, the music and the vocals are both AI generated, yeah. But the reason why there's a lot of emotion intertwined in my songs is because I write the lyrics personally. That being said, sometimes the results are unexpected because even if you write the lyrics, I'm not writing the music. So I'm just writing the lyrics. And then when I put in the lyrics, the AI takes that and transforms it, which is why today was the first time I got my AI to really rap and sound good while rapping. So I was like, this shit fire. I like it. You know what I'm saying? So that made a lot of difference for me. But yes, the reason why you will hear a lot of emotions in my music is because specifically I'm doing the writing. I write my songs and then you can hear like what I'm feeling personally in the music, you know? So that's why I think a lot of my stuff just resonates with people. Because at the end of the day, they know that it's not just computer generated. It's not just something. I mean, sure, the sound and the vocals, they're computer generated, but even the AI itself puts emotion into it. I think because the words themselves have the emotion with it, you know? Like I said, unique creative process. So without revealing the secret ingredient, well, that's what I do. That's what I do. I mean, to this day, I'm pretty sure one of my, Be Perfect is like over 1,500 plays on SoundCloud, so I know a lot of people like that. Kind of like that, yeah, sure. They kind of do that. Like, for example, for the previous album, which has already been released, the AI that I created specifically for that, right? When I wrote the lyrics of Be Perfect, I'll just play it right now. Like, the music is what it wanted to do.
All these voices inside my head keep saying that I can't fail. You better watch your every step. Can't you hear?
Oops, sorry.
Bell? It's impossible. Be perfect, and I lose control. But it's never enough. Be perfect. And
Now, like that entire segment right there, like all that is what I wrote. So the AI took that and put the emotion to it. All of this is my music, dude. Have you never listened to my SoundCloud? Have a listen. All of this is all my music. In fact, these days I don't even listen to any other artists. I listen only to my own music. I don't know if he's a troll because I've never seen the guy before, so I'm assuming he's just new. That's why, like, we removed the message. Well, Rena was faster than me, but I just let him know that we don't discuss PvP here, because all it does is if we discuss PvP, it just sets everybody off and everybody starts chiming in, and, you know, there's a lot of negativity about it. Oh, I want to hit every single genre. See, I love music, Gypsy Warrior. I really do. I love music in so many different forms, but I've never had the skill to create my own tunes. Like, the only thing I could ever do was rap. So for the longest time, that's all I did. I rapped. But now that AI exists, I can just create whatever I want. And I've got all these ideas in my head, you know? So I'm just having a lot of fun making so many different types of music and all that kind of stuff. You know? So yeah, it's a great feeling. And for that guy on TikTok, if you just want to be rude, I'll just mute you, and next time you be rude again, I'll just ban you, okay? Cool. Yeah, I don't assume that people are trolls. Usually I just try and let them know that we just don't discuss PvP. Because, I mean, we don't, so... kind of pointless to have a discussion on something we don't do, right? Yep, I just love to share my music. I just love to, you know... I just love to, like, do all these different things because... You know, I just love it. You know, being able to share my thoughts, my emotions through song. Yeah. I haven't heard any of Linkin Park's new stuff, but then again, like I said, I've completely stopped listening to any other songs out there. You'd be surprised what AI can do these days, Shre. It's just getting better and better, Lewis. Like, there's just so many bangers. Tell you what, just for you, Lewis, because I haven't played previews in a while, I'm gonna let you guys preview another song. I'm gonna tell you, this shit's gonna be a hit. All right, y'all gonna love this.
It is 3:03 a.m. on a Wednesday, and my mental health's not doing okay. I'm just lying on my floor all alone, and I've been crying for hours straight. I just wish I could see you one more time, but the light in my room don't even know why. I just wanna see you one more time, 'cause I've never seen someone with eyes that shine so bright. And now I'm crying in my room, I just don't know what to do, 'cause all my friends are moving on, and I'm just stuck here in my room. I'm so scared of losing everything.
There you go. So yeah. And listen, Miss Ale, you can call us a cult-based channel, but, you know, we kind of knew you were a troll from the beginning. Gave you a chance, so there you go. Now you're gone, and you can't even comment anymore, so there you go. Trust me, Sheh, my music, there's nothing like it out there. Name of the song, it's my own original song. It's not released yet. But for those that want to follow my music and you want to follow my music releases, please make sure you're constantly tuning into my SoundCloud. I've got my own YouTube music channel. Keep an eye on these because these tracks, as we work on them, they will be released, all right? This is unreleased. This is just a preview right now, Mercy, so you're going to have to wait. But eventually, I'll release my music. I'm even on major music platforms like Spotify, all these kinds of places, so yeah. And you know what? For all the hate watchers and trolls out there, yeah, I guess we are kind of a cult. We're called the Cult of the Robot, you know? Yeah, I have them on Spotify too. Go ahead, you can check them out on Spotify. Oh, Demetrius, trolls will say anything to get attention. Because, you see, the problem is a lot of people think they have a valid opinion, but when we explain our rules, we're like, nope, no PvP discussions here. And people are like, but we want PvP. I tell you, most people that want PvP in this game, it's because they can't handle it in other games. Well, if you ever lose your best friend, you can start crying to that song, Austin. No problem. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, I just do what I do. And I like sharing my stuff. I like sharing my music. It's boring if you just play video games all day, right? So that's what I like to do. It's my passion. But the music is getting better. And every day there's just more and more. Like, I'm just generating so many ideas that I can't even keep up with it. Like, by the time I want to release something, I've already moved on, and I've released, you know, I've got like 300 other bits that I want to release. So yeah, it's just getting crazier. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna roast them continuously because you know what? They always come around. They try to say some shit. They always have some stereotypical profile picture. I dare any of them to prove that they're a real human being. All right, I'll personally unban and apologize to them if they can prove to me that they're a real human being. They can reach me through my business email if they have got the cojones. But, well, I don't think they ever do. They like to stay nice and safe behind their anonymity. So bring it on. I played it a long time ago. Not now, obviously. But thank you all very much for enjoying my music. I understand. I've lost my friends before as well, Austin. I'm not an easy person to get along with. I got very strict rules and my personality can be rough as well. So, don't worry. Everybody has their ups and downs. My Spotify link is up there, dude. All you gotta do is just find Real Asian Robot on any major music platform. See? Here's my Spotify link. Y'all want Apple Music? It's all here. Just hit the link and off you go. The only one that's different is my YouTube music channel. Because obviously Real Asian Robot's my gaming channel. So my music channel is under my legal name. Because I have to anyway. So it's easier for like royalties and stuff. So yeah. To some, yes, Austin. But not to everybody. And I can completely understand that. For example, when I write in my lyrics about my temper and things like that, it's very real because these are the sides of me that, you know, maybe y'all don't see. So what you guys see is only a limited 3 to 4 hours on my show, but there's other people that have also had to deal with and seen the deeper sides of me, and that is why I know they can either handle me and they will stick with me, or they can handle me and they will go. And occasionally I've lost people because of that. I see Arcane poking my TikTok. Hi. But yeah, that is just very natural, you know. And yes and no, your friend group will get smaller as you grow older, but I've actually seen my friend group expanding these days because I've been meeting so many good people. Like I've met Mystic, Rubee. So I feel like my friend group is expanding over time. I've seen John, Foxy. They seem busy today though because they're not here, but you know, that's how it goes. Well, of course, if you want your music to sound real, then you can't write about something you don't feel. Think about it this way. There are musicians out there, you know, and I think you hear a lot of people talk about it, like the industry people. They don't sing with a lot of emotion. They don't sing with a lot of emotion. They're good singers and they've got decent songs, but sometimes the emotion just isn't there. Like the song sounds catchy, but it doesn't grip your soul because they're not putting themselves into the music. But one of the artists that I've always admired was Tupac Shakur. That was what got me into rap in the first place. And when I listened to Tupac's music, sure, I do understand the comparisons that he was only rapping about what was essentially drugs, sex, and money. But the cool thing is that he was talking about his life. That was his thug life that he was putting into his songs, you know? So it really helped me understand that when I want to do music, I have to be real in my music. What you have to see is you've got to strip away the layers, the stage, you know, the setting, the persona, everything. You got to strip all that away, and you got to put yourself into your song. You got to talk about things that are real to you. Because if you can't be real with your audience, if you can't be real with them, they're not going to resonate with your music. And that's why I firmly believe that my music resonates with people. See you later, Cody. Because I think that at the end of the day, what people are hearing is me. You know, the real me. Everything underneath the surface. The good, the bad, the ugly, you hear it all. Doesn't matter if it's a male vocalist, doesn't matter if it's a female vocalist. You're gonna hear me. Now, the first two albums that I made, or rather EPs that I made, which was Call of the Land, which was my sea shanty thing, that was an experiment. Metal Fairy Tales was the same. But now, starting with the previous album that I released, which was Drowning in My Skin, you're literally going to see, you know, me. Because now I'm putting myself into my lyrics. That's why the music suddenly started sounding so much better, so much more real, you know? Yeah, I'm glad you do, Heather. So please keep enjoying my tunes. What do I think about the Polar Night set? I have never once used it. I did try it, and it just felt worse than the Annihilation set at the time that I tried it out, SBG, so I don't have any interest in using it. If I were to just go through it with you, what it does is that you have to inflict frostbite first on the enemy, right? And then for each frostbite stack inflicted upon enemies, you can gain up to 10 stacks of firearm critical hit damage and skill critical hit damage, right? Lasting for 5 seconds. This can be sort of useful, but again, I feel that it only ended up being useful, in my personal opinion, on Viessa. Outside of Viessa, I did not feel like she gained a lot from it, you know? And you can inflict frostbite on bosses, which is true. So, yeah, I felt that it was really good for, like, upping her AoE, but not much. I mean, Babuj is correct. Not as much damage as Slayer. And yeah, not all that great. But again, it really just boils down to what you actually need. No. The timer is all your stacks 5 seconds. I will tell you right now that you can try it with Haley. It still won't be great. Not all bosses will take Frostbite, unfortunately. Some do, yes, but not all bosses will take Frostbite. That being said, even if you do inflict well, either way, you'd most likely want to inflict Frostbite on their minions. But the fact of the matter is that in the Colossus fights, because you need 10 stacks to gain maximum effect, I don't believe you can inflict more than 1 stack on the Colossus. So yeah. You can absolutely do it for that as well. See you later, Gypsy Warrior. No problem. Have fun at your work meeting, and thank you for enjoying my music. That would be the Clairvoyance, Andras. And it does operate as Frostbite. You're not wrong about that. But as far as I know, you still cannot inflict that on ice-based bosses, at least to the best of my knowledge. But yes, Clairvoyance can be used in place to trigger the Polar Knight set. I don't think so, no. It shouldn't be able to. Killing one, you should only be able to inflict 1 stack of it, as far as I know. Could be wrong on that. Oh, no. Okay, I get what you mean now, Prabuja. So if you kill one enemy, yes, the enemy has Frostbite, so they explode, right? And it will then deal damage to all other enemies within that radius. So fair. You can kill it and fully stack it in that way. You're not wrong about that. But it will not stack on Colossi. So, yep, that was the other problem. However, the Polar Knight set with Viessa can be pretty fun. I mean, maybe at some point, if I feel like it, I'll run it with Viessa. I don't feel like doing that right now, but I may at some point. There's always the option for me to do that. That being said, I am going to spend my time doing some other stuff. Enjoy yourself, Sleepy Luna. There is something I probably should do now, so I don't have to do it later in the week. Because I'm kind of lazy to do it later in the week. And as I promised, I will wear their outfit. I do like this hair for her, though. Oh, excuse me. I didn't get my nap today. I do kind of like this hair for her. Although you can totally turn her into class president with this one. This one makes her look like an anime protagonist. Her default hair is also really nice. This one makes her look like she's from an anime that deals with angels and devils. And this one looks like she's from a Korean manhwa where she's unfortunately the bully. So if you want Serena to be a bully, then you got to give her this one. And her name would probably be Park Hye-sung or something like that. But anyway. Actually, you know what? I think I'll go with this. Okay, let's go stomp Colossi for fun. Yeah, the 2-piece of Plague is very useful, but I mean, I'm pretty sure I mentioned that already on stream several times. It's a good game, Heather. And fair enough, there's nothing wrong with playing games that you want to play. That's okay. As long as you tune into my streams, I don't mind what you play. All I care about is whether people support.
Into the light. A victory for humanity.
I have no clear idea right now because I'm quite focused on. I am quite focused right now on playing Last Epoch. I'm really enjoying that game. So I haven't really thought about Marvel Rivals. I do want to hit Eternity this season, but I'm going to wait on that one.
Ask what? A monster.
Hey, John. That's okay. I was just playing the Acolyte this morning, and while I don't think it's fair to TFD people if I keep talking about other games, but it was a lot of fun, and I will be playing it again, so definitely tune in when you can. 6-hour drive home? Fair enough. No worries, man. I still hate how her outfit, though, doesn't have wings. Oof.
Do not fall.
Okay, my positioning on that was bad. That was nobody's fault but my own. Well, later tonight for you, but yes, it'll be morning for me. That is correct. I stream at the same times every single day. So it's pretty standard. I cannot wait till they restore Serena's freaking wings, though, because this is annoying.
We will not fail. I have punished the wicked.
And I may as well do my runs for the week. 6-hour drive is Vegas. Nice. I think that happens on PC too. At least as far as I know. It does happen on PC as well.
This is divine punishment. A victory for humanity.
Got hit with both rain and a dust storm, huh? Okay. Well, I'm glad you're safe. That's the most important thing. Hey, Track.
Purification.
Now let's have a look at the polls, actually. We've had 271 votes so far. It's pretty even so far amongst the voters, though. About 46%, about half the voters are still playing actively, which is good. Although player counts are still falling, that's not a bad sign.
Do not fall. Death to the corrupt.
Attacked by the weather for the day, fair enough.
Impudent bastard. I'm a... Purification.
I see. I'm glad we don't have too much extreme weather here. Weather here is pretty chill. Well, I say chill, but in actuality, the weather here is pretty hot in Singapore. So, it is a rough one.
As quiet as a monster. I have punished the wicked.
No, Singapore is, I would say, only bad because of the heat. The heat here is extreme. That's why I have to spend most of my days in my air-conditioned room. No air conditioning, and it's over. So, you can trust me on that one. Anyway, I'm gonna use this time now to farm my green vouchers. Perfect opportunity.
I have punished the wicked.
I'm a full-time streamer. Two-set Slayer effect is completely useless. So please read the effects, dude. I mean, look, SBG, you've been here for long enough to know that you should read the effects before asking a question, right? Come on, man. All right. Don't be asking a question like that. Read the effects. What does the two-set effect for Slayer set do? Before you ask me a question, SBG, think first. All right? Not saying this to be mean, but you really should. Did you actually check what the two-set effect of Slayer does? You go check that, then you get back to me. Same thing with the two-set Annihilation. You check that, you get back to me about whether or not it would help. They auto-hide, dude. There's no option to hide them. They're just gone. Which we don't want.
Do not fall.
The devs made this very silly change. I don't want that. I want to see her wings.
A victory for humanity.
And how does that benefit? Again, how do you believe? I'm going to ask you right now, how do you believe that that benefits Haley? Did you check my previous Haley build? I know it's a bit outdated because there's no arcade tuning, but did you check my previous Haley build for reference as to what I used before? I would suggest doing that. Okay. This, as far as I know, gives you more capacity. So it means more reserves. But there's no need for that. Okay, if you really need more reserves, what you need is an extendo. So I would suggest, number one, SBG, go and check my old Haley video for the reference. Because you're talking about gun build. Also, you need to state what type of build you're going for, but I had the feeling it was gun build anyway. Go check the gun build video. You can reference what components I used. Then you will want to look for how to make an extended magazine, or what we call an extendo. If you really want to do that, well, depending on what you actually need to do, you can do that for Haley, Enzo, several other characters. Okay, here's the video in question. Oh, avoid erosion build. Well, if you're still gonna only use one gun, then you'll want to check out this. This will help you. Okay, Burbuja, I'm gonna tell you that. Please do not give that advice to people, because I'm gonna tell you right now that unless they need the duration, the range is completely irrelevant. The duration, I agree, but the range is not necessary for most builds. So please do take note of that. All right? If you're going to give them advice on it, please give them advice on the basis that they can get duration, which is more than the Annihilation set by a small amount. But the range is not necessary for most builds, and it will not actually help you cap out. Because anyone who's followed my range guide understands that your range is already maximized through the build and mostly through arcade tuning, if necessary. The small amount that you get from components will not help. Just want to be clear on that. Sorry, Fernando, what do you mean by may I come in? You're already here in chat. But as for avoid erosion build, SBG, in that case, you're on your own in what you want to do. You can still, I would really still recommend checking out the gun build for Haley as a reference. But I'm gonna tell you right now that, well, you'll have to figure out what you want to do with it on your own. I still don't recommend it because there's no point. It is far better if you build up Glay or Serena for it. But if you really just want to do it, like with Haley, then be my guest. Have fun. I'm not gonna stop you, but I still think it would be better if you built up either Serena or Glay. Because Haley's alright, but Serena and Glay is way better. Sure, Kane. Go ahead. Fair enough, but you don't need to ask permission to come into the stream. Welcome. Please enjoy the show. I mean, it's a stream, man, not a classroom, so just enjoy yourself and relax. Unless somebody is a troll, Fernando, we are very relaxed people, so don't worry about it. In fact, I'm not actually doing anything important. I'm literally just farming a Colossus.
It is time for your judgment. We can do it. I have punished the wicked.
You see, this is one of the reasons why, in my opinion, guys, you still need a super strong so-called OP Descendant. Because this is really, really boring to do over and over again. No, Hyrupp. Nobody sane would do that. Please remember that we have evolved from our past as monkeys and Neanderthals. We have technology. It means that we have the technology to remove the skin. Anyone who just eats a kiwi with the skin on is what we call an extreme weirdo. And I don't want to know that person, okay? Okay, I mean,
Into the light.
Hyrupp, why the hell would you participate in that Gen Z crap? I mean, if you really want to.
Ask one as a monster.
You go ahead and do that. Okay, I mean, you want to be a savage? You want to eat your kiwi like a savage? That's on you. I respect you. I'ma salute you. But yeah, there you go. I agree with that, Barbuja. It would be nice if they actually bothered to, you know, have a proper reward system for actually playing in a team, but oh well, right?
Face the flame. Death to the corrupt.
If you're a part of Gen Z, Kane, then you gotta accept the Gen Z in your blood, man. You can't get away from your blood. Your blood is Gen Z to the end. And I'm afraid you just have to accept that. I just realized I have to angle the camera differently now. No, it's completely avoidable, Hyrupp. I avoid it all the time. It's called not being curious.
What can I help you with?
If you eliminate your curiosity about random crap, you will not see the Gen Z stuff. Lol. I mean, Mr. Jordan, if that's what you want to do, okay. Here's a thumb for you. Here's a thumb. Enjoy yourself. But stay away from me and my future children. Thank you, good sir. All right, it's not that I don't want to know you. It's not that I want to have nothing to do with you. It's that I really don't want to have anything to do with you. So, yeah, good luck with that. No problem, SPG. Good luck with your void erosion with Haley.
Into the light. Ask Quarter for months. I will cleanse this place. A victory for humanity.
No, fellow goes up to level 30. For some weird reason, it only goes up to level 30.
I have punished the wicked.
Yeah, but it is what it is, you know? I have no answer for you other than it's just that way, I guess. Of course, Rose. This, if you check the Serena gun build for bossing, you get the whole package. So check the video on Serena's gun build for bossing and you're pretty much good to go. That's all you will need. You are welcome.
I will cleanse this place. My shield. As quiet as a monster.
Oh my god, I've been so unlucky with the voucher lottery. I'm only up to 244 right now. That's sad. No problem, Shue. Please enjoy.
Loading. Dash to the Hyrupp. A victory for humanity.
The max level right now is 40 for arcade tuning. So your arcade tuning points, I'll show you in a second, go up to a maximum of 40 points that you can play around with freely. One sec.
Punish the wicked.
So yeah, your arcade factor will be level 40 and you'll have a total of 40 points to spend on your board. Like that. Well, as you choose, of course. Well, Jinx, you ask me that every single time, and my answer is the same. Probably. But I have no clear answer for you. We'll have to wait and see. Thanks, Masons. I'm glad you enjoy my videos. And Burbuja, I think the unique weapons, they need an adjustment for sure. It would be nice if the unique weapons actually benefited from the cores. But the problem is that if the unique weapons benefited from the cores, I can theoretically, because I've been waiting to do this, but I would kind of love to, with all due respect, I'd love to give Haley and her sniper like 14, 15, 16 shots. I think it'd be crazy. Thanks for the rose, Masons. But yeah, if I could do that with Haley, that'd be ridiculous. I'm pretty sure that's why they didn't allow it in the first place. At least that's what makes sense to me.
Dash to the
You are also welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Haley no longer, because she's kind of been superseded by Serena. I would actually just love it if they benefited from the course. I think that that's the right thing to do.
Face the flame. A victory for humanity.
Back when Haley was the champ, every fight was just go in with multiple Haleys, and you know, it absolutely just like kills it. So well, they can add more Transcendent modules. That's completely fine. I think that they should,
Death to the blasphemous.
because to me at least it would make sense if they did.
Purification.
Right now I feel like they sort of left her with 2 Transcendent modules. Same with Keelan, and they're like focusing on releasing these new characters, but they still haven't fleshed out the old characters, when the old characters have so much potential for, you know, more stuff to be done to them. So I don't know. Nah, I don't really want to Masons because there's no point. I'm just here to farm the green vouchers, so I don't really want to do one in a group. Especially now with the player count being lower. No offense intended, but you couldn't pay me enough to do this in a group. No, she's not getting abandoned, but nor are you going to get to see her get released with an ultimate soon. But what I will say is that they really, really do need to actually use more Transcendence. Like, I feel that if they were to add proper Transcendence to many of these characters, it'd be a lot better. Hello, Dekusu.
Reloading. Death to the corrupt.
But yeah, right now I'm just chilling, talking with you guys, answering questions while just farming this. And based on the polls as well, we've had 295 votes, but still the poll numbers are about the same. About 47% are still playing actively, which is good, but 47% of a lower total number of votes as well, which is kind of sad to see. Okay, Jordan. Here's a thumb for you. And I hope you enjoy my music.
Face the flame.
I'm certain it will keep getting more popular, but
I have punished
the
the
cereal box thing is just weird as hell, bro. I know you're joking, but okay. I'm pretty sure 95% of the people are in the same situation to Kusu.
impudent bastard. A victory
Not bad.
for humanity.
Oh, I'm just buying the skins. You know what the green vouchers are for, right? They're for trading at ETA 0 on the weekend. And you can get the so-called farmable skins for them. Yeah, I already have that. I just want to see some of the skins. Have to keep adjusting the camera angle.
Face the flame. I have punished
But I did agree that if the donation goal was met, I would wear these skins for a while. So I'm doing so. There's a lot that they can do, Fernando. There's always a lot of options, ideas, things like that. But it all boils down to what do the devs want to do with their game? Like, what are they going to do with their game, you know?
humanity.
There's always options. There's always ideas that we can put in. But the devs themselves have to decide what do they want for the future of this game and how are they going to make it worth our time. Because, like, for example, one of the biggest grinds right now is the stupid voucher grind. I do it week to week so I don't burn out. I just get 600 vouchers and then off I go. But I feel that this grind is just weird and stupid. Like, most people are not going to get all the skins. They're just going to get it for a couple of characters that they like, and that's how it is. Hey, Chester. Well, I actually answered what will bring back the loyal players, if there are any left. But I actually answered this in a previous stream, which I actually covered the entire topic on
New
it.
super chat received.
That being said, new super chat. Oh, from Hyrupp. Thank you very much. I shall add you to the list because I can. Thank you very much, man. But yeah, what do I think will bring back players is honestly just content. That's what it's supposed to be. If we bring content, enough content to this game, you gotta give people a reason to grind. There has to be like a feeling of dopamine.
Ask Quark.
You know, right now there is no dopamine rush from just doing this. I don't see the Gunnar side of things as bad. I think there needs to be some explanation here. But while I understand that they make a lot of money from the one-handed crowd, many of you guys need to understand that what they did here with these particular skins is a little bit dangerous. You see, if they wanted these particular schoolgirl outfits to be a sign of youth, as it should be taken, like a nostalgic sign of youth, but my camera,
I will cleanse
okay,
this place.
I hate talking about this because this is why I keep adjusting my camera angle, because it's genuinely uncomfortable considering that ladies watch my stream. But look, okay, at a normal camera angle, if I run forward, do you see what I'm seeing? I'm not even allowed to talk about it on stream because, quite frankly, I'm required to keep a clean stream policy. Then they go and release a skin like this, which is effectively saying that these girls are in high school, which they're not, obviously, but the outfits are intended to be high school, right? Yet, you're putting older ladies in it, and the skirts are very, very short. Shorter than standard regulation. Skirts for most schoolgirls go, well, I wouldn't say knee length. Knee length is a bit conservative, but slightly above the knees at least. All right. This is practically the same kind of outfit that you would use in an AV. If you don't know what an AV is, then I'm not going to tell you either, but you should know what an AV is. Do you see my problem? So I understand that they're trying to make money from the Gooner crowd, but I have to put my camera angle like this in order to prevent anything from happening. No schoolgirl on the planet wears her skirt like this. Trig, it's on my channel. Please refer to the video. You can look at the gun build for Serena's gun build for boss killing. I've told you this before, Trig, because this is not your first time at my stream, but you never need to see my video. You don't need to see my build on stream, and even if you did, that's not the full picture. You need to understand the roles. Why do you do this? Why do you have these roles? How it all comes together? So please go check the video. All right? Don't try and take a shortcut. And I hope to God, Trig, because again, this isn't your first time asking. Don't ask again. Can I please see the build on stream? I will never show you guys a build on stream because a build is not just modules. It's not just the roles. You need all those factors and everything else together to make something work. So please view the appropriate video. Thank you. All right. Like I said, told you this before, buddy. And in case you think I don't remember everything that people say, I remember everything that people say. So
A victory for humanity.
well, actually, yes, a lot of the schoolgirls that are in sports clubs, they do wear shorts underneath. No, I just am not confident supporting the devs, so I figure that if chat wants to see me wear it, I'll wear it, but otherwise, you know, no real interest. Well, Trig, if that's the case, then take note that if you keep that up, you will be thrown out of stream. All right?
We can do it.
I'm glad you feel that way, Masons. Truly. But there are more people at my stream than just one. Also, with all due respect, I cannot tell if you are male or female, so I cannot take that claim because, again, there are more than one viewer. There's more than one viewer at my stream, obviously. I mean, there's a whole bunch on YouTube. I have no idea what the hell that is, but no, most people would just wear shorts underneath, sports shorts underneath, if they really want to. But again, that's only for the girls in the sports clubs. The others would just, you know, lengthen their skirt as per normal to slightly above the knees. I mean, I do know that they shorten their skirts, but not that short. The question, Dekusu, is that what is the trade system going to be used for? What do people want to trade? What exactly do we need to trade in this game? And what exactly are people trying to trade? Joe, she's wearing a skirt. I think that most people with an understanding would find it somewhat uncomfortable, but a promise is a promise.
Into the light. As quiet as a monster.
This set is super easy to get, but I don't even want this set because the set is useless. So every single piece that I get, I just throw it in the bin. I'm not against trading, but I need to understand, what are we trading for? Like,
Death to the corrupt.
nope, I do not. Any free time that I have is spent on music. Hello, Cardivel.
I will cleanse this place.
Well, I'm glad you feel that way, but yeah, pretty much I just spent all my time. I just spent all my time just working on my music, pretty much. Yes, under the name Real Asian Robot. But Spotify only gets album-based releases. So, you know, if you want the releases early, then SoundCloud and my YouTube music channel are better. I have never once used it, Joe. Mostly because I don't believe it's necessary. All it does is give you some, like, AoE, but yeah. Okay, 10 minutes.
quiet as a monster.
No hiatus for me. All day, every day. There's no time to slow down ever. No, the camera's the same, but the camera's the same, but I do have to admit that you will notice things a little bit more. But no, my camera's at the same.
Impudent bastards.
When you're playing with numbers this big, the honest answer is yes, it does. So for me, yeah, it does.
Purification.
Hello, bear. Well, enjoy your nap, Shui. I don't really notice much camera differences. Let's head back to Albion. Let me see. Oh wait, did I already restart? Whoops. I'll head back to Albion after this check. But I'm pretty sure it's the same.
I will cleanse this place. I have punished the wicked.
I will at a later time. My flu is still killing me slowly, but I'll be fine. Okay. No, the camera seems the same. I still have to maintain the same angle for social propriety. So, yeah. Well, yeah, no, I could see the offset. The distance seems the same, but the offset, fair enough. Okay. I can kind of understand about the offset. The offset, yeah, okay. Yep. I think so. Yep, okay, so character is definitely offset to the left, but the distance is the same. So maybe that's why you feel differently about it.
As quiet as a monster.
Albion camera option in the settings? No idea, Nocula. I've just genuinely never thought about it. The distance is the same, but the offset, I just never thought about it. I just said, it is what it is, you know?
Do not fall. Death to the corrupt.
There is an Albion camera options in the settings. Okay. Might have to go look. After I kill him one more time. Oh my god, I've only made 300 vouchers. Okay. After I kill him one more time, I'll head back to Albion and we can find out about this camera settings.
Will not fail.
Guys, since we have no real content to chew through, we're looking at camera settings. So, this is what it's come down to. We have no content to chew through, so we look at camera settings. Lamau. Okay, well, I'll have a look at least, you know? Okay. Albion camera. Gameplay. Does not seem to be. Display. City camera. Use a dedicated camera. Okay, you can turn the red dot off in the cities. City camera off. Okay, so my character's offset to the left. But if we use the city camera on, there we go. Forgive me, I must shift my character. You know, people will forever ask me, you literally, you know, you literally will wear Bunny's outfit like that and not flinch, but the schoolgirl outfit makes you flinch. Yes, because Bunny is an adult woman making a choice. But, Parkour at the module, dude. There's parkour? Where? I don't see no parkour. But yeah, this actually makes me way less uncomfortable than the schoolgirl outfit. No, what's the parkour? Left side. What's on the left side? I think the thing is, Nocula, left side of the door. Ah, okay. Fair enough. I am too lazy. I'm too lazy to bother with this kind of parkour. So, I remember though there was at one point, right? There was this weird pixel here that could let you get on top of Albion. It was like somewhere around here. I still remember it. We tried so many times to get on top. It was like somewhere around here, but there's like this little square on this thing where you could jump up to and jump up high. It was pretty hilarious. But yeah, I'm all good. No, I'm not trying the parkour anymore, Baron. It's all good, Austin. I genuinely don't care. Yeah, they patched the little square one, didn't they? I think there is a delay between when Baron and Burbuja are watching versus everybody else. No problem, T-Deuce. I posted it before when Ultimate Sharon came out, but I think a lot of people forgot about it. Yeah, I remember something like that. Anyway, coming back to our previous discussion, look, when it comes to the schoolgirl thing, don't forget what we're looking at. Effectively, by putting these ladies in schoolgirl outfits, it's like you're trying to turn them back to their youth. But you're putting a full-grown lady in it. And on top of that, she's got her skirt shortened to an unnecessary extent. I really, really hate saying it, but all the skins have the same issue. Okay? Whoa. Yo, the texture bugged. Hey, my schoolgirl outfit looks metal AF. Check out the bug texture on it. Check out the bug texture. This has happened before, but it's hilarious. Even her shoes. God, why does this game have so many bugs? But anyway, as you can see, if you run around like this, just like that, it is the proportions of a grown woman on what is essentially a schoolgirl. So this is not quite right. Especially, again, it doesn't matter which outfit you choose, the skirt is excessively short. Whereas for a normal, like, I do understand that schoolgirls shorten their shorts, shorten their skirts these days, but this is a little bit excessive. Aslan, just selected from your map. Now, you can't do that with missions on the map, though. With missions on the map, you can't do that. You have to walk to it. But if you're talking about, like, infiltration operations and things like that, for example, Forgottens, you can just click on it and it'll bring up a screen. So, yeah. So, yeah, this is kind of the problem with the schoolgirl outfits. If you strip this out, you know, if you strip this out completely, like let's say I were to do something like this, right? You can see that there is, in a similar fashion, a very short skirt here, but it doesn't lift up. And also, this is an adult woman that is choosing the type of clothing she's wearing, right? So it's a different vibe. Once you put them into a skirt, once you put them into a schoolgirl outfit, that vibe changes completely. So I think we have to be careful. Aslan, you were already given the answer. I literally just answered you. Did you not hear my answer? When you ask a question and the streamer answers you, like, bro, what are you expecting? You know, I always find it a bit strange, Austin. Have you noticed how they often go like dead silent like right away after? Not quite sure why, but you give them an answer, they'll ask with an air of impatience, and then somebody else will even help me to answer, and then they just go dead silent every time. I mean, you ask a question of a streamer, you guys should be present, watching, listening, you know? Well, whatever. Anyway, I care very little. But yeah, even if we were to talk, like just as an example, even if we were to talk Oasis party, swimsuit, or whatever, this is an adult lady choosing her outfit. Same with the so-called naughty nurse outfit. Yes, I understand the shirt is excessively short, but again, it doesn't lift up. The only outfit, even this one, okay, even this Christmas outfit, have you noticed? Like, it doesn't lift ever. Now, granted, it is very, very short. I get it. But again, adult lady wearing an adult outfit. The big problem that I had initially was that this time around, kind of a bit different. You go with something like this, where the vibe is school. Okay? But for anyone that's wondering, one of the reasons why I bought this outfit, just to support the devs but never actually wore it, was for the exact same reason. Okay? Thankfully, this one is not quite as bad, but if I were to adjust my camera even a little bit, I'm sure you understand exactly what would happen. And yeah, I'm supposed to run a clean stream. Kind of hard. Kind of hard, Magnum Studios. You keep giving me stuff like this. That's a pretty cool outfit for Eugen, though, that they painted up. I kind of like how they did that. Eugen is being Michael Jackson right now. He's got a nice little backup dance crew. But yes, they want me to run a clean stream. That's why I said it's not that it's not. And I understand why some people said, you know, why is everybody suddenly reacting so badly to these schoolgirl outfits, like when they've already done outfits that, you know, are the same before. But it's not really about the same. The problem is the connotation attached. Yeah. So I mean, I did it as per the challenge, but dangerous, very, very dangerous. Wolfex Ghost, it's okay. It's an okay weapon. But if you're asking if it's still the top tier, or in fact, it's not even considered decent anymore, it's alright. It's an alright donut, but nothing great or fantastic. Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out today. Honestly, I didn't intend to leave early, but there's literally nothing for me to do. I was only here to discuss and talk with you guys anyway, which I like to do. So I'm just going to end the poll. All right. Actually, it's only considered as speed stick these days. We don't even use it for bossing anymore. But the poll, after 333 votes, has 46% of people playing this game actively. 33% are playing less, 14% playing other games now, and 6% just watch me. Well, to those who just watch me, thank you. Please expect more and more unique stuff on my channel, so look forward to that. I will have to end the stream here. It is unfortunate, but thank you all very much for being a part of the stream and a part of the show. Look forward to more of my video content coming soon. All right. And who knows, I might play some other cool stuff for you guys very, very soon. Thank you all, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Don't do anything weird while I'm gone. and I'll see y'all later. Bye!